Pale pink ink. Yippee. I'm in a bad mood. I don't really know why. Also, I can't find the little phone thingy that I bought to make it not portrait. It's somewhere in my car and it's dark and I don't know where it is. And fuck everything, I guess. All right, so we're starting a new series of videos. They're all going to be really bad. So now we're going to read about when I went to Jamaica for 3 months to live there. I use that term very loosely. But so we've got 2 journals from that period in time. And at first I read through all of them and just folded down whatever pages would be interesting in chronological order. But then I decided, a lot of it isn't in chronological order because I would live life fast pace and then catch up on journaling, and it wouldn't really make sense to do that. So instead, I decided to zero in on my experiences with 2 different people and read about those. One of them is a scammer, and the other, well, they're both scammers if you think about. All right, so one is the pastor of a prosperity preaching church, and then the other one is an actual literal criminal scammer, like a gangster. But they're both scammers now that I think about it. Anyway, so let's talk about the journals. So this one, which is actually the second one, I bought in a grocery store in either Montego Bay or Negril, I don't remember, but it's like a school notebook for Jamaican children. I didn't decorate it, but it has the national heroes and the national plants and animals and everything, and indigenous and endangered species and all that type of shit. And we'll get to that one second. This one is much more interesting to look at, I guess. So I wrapped it in leftover wrapping paper from my birthday, whatever present I got, I saved the wrapping paper and used that as the background. And then this is actually pretty cool to me. I went to Jamaica for those 3 months when I was 26, but I became full on passionate, obsessed, fixated, whatever about Jamaica when I was about to turn 20. So when I was in school at 20 years old, I would doodle while I was in class, and this was one of my doodles. It's Jamaica, and then Jamaica. And I happen to still have them, so I used them to decorate it, knowing it would come to Jamaica with me. This is a Jamaican flag that one of my kids colored in for me while she was at summer camp. And the inside, how do I explain this? Okay, so on the inside, I have lots of slips of paper. Something I do every year is I write down on a slip of paper at the end of the day something that happened that day that made me smile, or I was thankful for, or made me happy, or something. And then on New Year's Day the following year, I get them all out of a jar and I read them and I reflect and hooray and all of that stuff. So I had saved the really poignant ones and then used them to decorate the inside. Some of these are interesting. June 10th, 2015, getting fingered while drunk is definitely one of life's simple pleasures. Ain't that the fucking truth? Another one says, being able to use the room at the Waldorf for one last session with blank. I had a room to myself at the Waldorf Astoria and could use it to snuggle. That was really cool. We're totally going over 5 minutes for this. Fuck everything. I snuggled with someone who clearly really needed it. A job well done. This one says, September 19th, 2015, I've never had a clitoridectomy. Where did that even come from? Like, I just was feeling thankful that that's never happened to me that day, I guess. And then we've also got waking up in the Waldorf Astoria. There's one about Tay that I don't care to read. And then on the back, we have more. And then we have an envelope full of goodies. We'll get in there. 5/15, booked flight to Jamaica, and my largest problem in my current life went away. That didn't last long. The largest problem in my life was that I had a really big issue with seasonal depression, which is why I wanted to go away during the winter. Anything else here worth reading? I'm thankful to have a job where I can have in-depth discussions with a nudist and an Orthodox Jew all in the same day. That was 7/21/15. That was a very cool day. I snuggled with a nudist, and then I snuggled with an Orthodox Jew, and then there were 2 other after that. And then I've got 12/24. I don't know what day that is. I don't know. Healing meditation adventure. I don't know what all is in here. We've got some more slips of paper. The first one says Tay digs bed. Wish I still felt that way. This one also says Tay digs on it. That would have been from the day that we met, and he said he wanted me to have free shit. Anything else here? I'm not going to read that. That's too much to explain. I don't know what that's about. What is this? Oh, this is a receipt for the rent that I paid to my landlord in Kingston. She was such a cunt. Wristband to get into Fort Clarence Beach in Portmore. What is this? These are notes on a book I read over there. Oh, this I saved from either the Gleaner or the Star, the newspapers in Kingston, and it was about how I'll just read the caption. Slavery deprived the transplanted African male of his social responsibility to provide for his family. Our men became breeders and not fathers. It was an article about how it's such a large portion of the population in Jamaica that doesn't grow up with a father, and that men tend to father lots and lots of children by lots and lots of women, and the disparities that it causes in their well-being. This is a letter I wrote to my cousin, because he's not really my cousin. He would have been my cousin by marriage if I had married my ex. I was living with him for the first half of my time in Jamaica. I would journal at the gym sometimes for no reason. I don't know why I was there and sitting there, but the one instructor at my gym in Kingston had a little girl, and she would borrow my journal and scribble in it a lot. And this is too long now, so we'll make another one.